back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So Cardi B decides to cry on live because she has been getting called out for fat shaming her own fans, okay? Because they sold out, I think it was the large t-shirts and merch items. You know, the large was all sold out and the extra large was gone in like 3 minutes. So with that being said, you know, she was fat shaming them and she got called out by a few people. And now she wants to cry and play victim. Now, she said, I promise you guys, I'm not going live no more on social media unless it's about my music. I've had so many different things going on in my personal life, and I cannot allow this app to also take a toll on my mental health. Oh my goodness, this girl is delusional. Y'all have taken an innocent joke with my fans and used it as an excuse when y'all are insulting me every which way and saying the nastiest things about me, all in the name of pushing your narrative. I could take my publicist's advice and just apologize, but that wouldn't be authentic to myself. I wasn't trying to insult anybody or hurt anybody's feelings at all. I promise you, I don't care how anyone looks. I only care about how you carry yourself as a person. I hope you guys accomplish whatever it is you were looking to accomplish. Thank you so much. Bitch, stop lying. You've been dragging people's looks since you became an influencer, public figure, even before Love and Hip Hop. You was calling women roaches and monkeys, okay? You was making fun of how Akbar V look. You've made fun of how Ra Ali looks. Mind you, all of your friends are fucking ugly. Star Criminal looks hideous, and so does Ken Botch Barbie. But the point of the matter is, you do care how people look. No matter how many times you go under the surgery table, you have the audacity to call people ugly. So I do think, in fact, you deserve to get dragged, okay? No shade. Don't try to play victim now. You should have taken your publicist's advice. But because you're not humble, okay? Even if you feel like you didn't do anything wrong, the humble thing to do would be to apologize to those you offended. But because you think you're on your high horse, you don't need to apologize. Mind you, you're on your 29th face. You should be. You can't talk about nobody's body when you stay under the knife. And every time you pop out, your fans think you pregnant because you got that gut. How you under the knife and still got a gut? Who does that? Who gets a gut after being under the knife? Okay, don't matter if you had 3 children. You stay under the knife. I know you got work done. Don't talk about, oh, you happy in your relationship. No, you eating too damn much. You big just like the ones you was calling big. So with that being said, unfortunately, I do have to give Botch, Bitter, and Delusional and Dumb 100,000 lashings, okay? We not falling for the sympathy train like you trying to push. You know you was dead wrong. It don't matter if it was a joke. People were offended and you could just publicly apologize, but your ego won't allow you to. But the funny thing about you is you not even in the best shape. You definitely don't have the best face. And your music is also kind of trash. That's why downside flop. So with that being said, 100,000 lashings for Botch, Bitter, Delusional, and Dumb. Now, Doja Cat is still going on her little tangent because people have been calling her a pop star instead of a rapper. Especially now that she's back to her Planet Her era, okay? And let me just say before I start on Doja Cat, Jealous Type is a hit. Like, I've been listening to that snippet nonstop, and this really could be the next Say So for Doja Cat, okay? This possibly could be bigger than Say So, depending on how the music video and the budget is looking, okay? Because I heard her budget ain't the same. But with that being said, a fan said, I have listened to your full catalog. I spent all day yesterday gagging over Jealous Type and Take Me Dancing. And I even said that your arrival of disco, New Jack Swing made me a stan. But when I'm listening for rap, my frame of reference is Rakim, Camel Face, Jeezy. By that metric, wordplay, punchlines, bars, I just don't rate you highly. That's not hate. It's just a difference in what I look for in rap. And she responded and said, now I understand you and you understand me. And now I can respect where you're coming from. Camel Face is a great writer, and so is Rakim and Jeezy. You have great taste. Thank you for opening up about that. If you've listened to every single song off every single album I've made, I appreciate that. If you haven't been able to find a bar that you can connect with, that's more than okay. That's your right. Thank you. Well, listen, Doja Cat, please, don't start. She talking about Jay-Z, Rakim, and Jeezy. You talking about, oh, well, if you haven't found a bar that you can relate to, you don't got no bars. What bars are we dissecting from Doja Cat? And the thing is, another reason why you're not respected as a lyricist, Doja Cat, is because when you throw shade or when you throw shots, you backtrack. You do that. Real lyricists don't backtrack. When Jay-Z was dissing Nas, he didn't backtrack. Okay, they made amends, but he didn't backtrack. Kendrick Lamar's not backtracking despite the lawsuit of what he said about Champagne Thickums. Nicki Minaj is not backtracking on Bigfoot. You backtrack a lot. And that's another reason why you're not respected as a lyricist. True lyricists do not backtrack when they sneak diss. If the shoe fit, bitch, you better strap them bitches up and you gotta wear it. And that's the problem with you, Doja Cat. You be the main one doing that. When you was dissing Nicki and Cardi B during Scarlet era, you backtrack and posted on Instagram saying how you love everybody. And you don't. You don't love everybody. You did not want to work with Nicki Minaj. Okay, you said she didn't like you. I don't think you really like Cardi B and Megan like that. You would have worked with them by now. So with that being said, you're not respected as a lyricist. Now, moving on from that, Cardi B decides to brag and flex on Nicki Minaj, according to the fans, now that she got the camel face sample, because as we know, Nicki has issue with camel toe. And so with that being said, this is what she had to say on live.
This single is really how I talk all day, every day, but in a song. Like, it's like real flex shit, real calm flex shit type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, real flexity flex shit. But anyways, if only y'all knew the story for what I had to go through with this single and to do something else. But when the song come out, I'm going to tell y'all more about the story, because anyways, I'm just really mad that somebody fucked up my plan for tomorrow and shit. Like, it's like, what am I going to do? And now I got to fucking find a solution or be content with the solution, when it's like, why do I have to be content with the solution when it's like it shouldn't been fucked up in the first place?
Okay, so Cardi B said that she is going to be flexing on this song. And she going to be talking that big tough talk in the record. And I think she keeps saying that because Nicki Minaj has issues with Camel Toe and Devil Nation. And it's just convenient that Camel Face allows Cardi B to sample his song, you know, while he's going through with Nicki Minaj. I think he did that on purpose. It was a strategic chess move. Now, she also said that basically she getting sabotaged. You know, her rollout a little bit getting sabotaged, which we definitely don't care about. My whole thing is, I still don't know if people care about a camel face sample in 2025. She should have tried to sample Beyonce instead. I feel like that would have caused a scene. You sampling camel face, he's washed up, he's 60. I just don't know if people care. Okay, but let me know in the comments if you guys think it's going to be a hit. And I definitely see her throwing shade at Nicki Minaj in this record. I don't care what nobody says. She's going to be throwing shade at Raleigh and Nicki Minaj in this record. It's going to be a calm flex, like she said. Now, Cardi B did get sabotaged by the Queen of Pop, Queen Taylor, who announced her album coming out, The Life of a Showgirl, the same day Cardi B announced her single, which she's sampling Camel Toe. Now, some fans are saying that she was being sabotaged, so let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, speaking of the Carters, Queen Bee will be included in the Billboard's Greatest Producers of the 21st Century list. And the reason why is because Queen Bee is the first singer in history to win a Grammy in the production field, okay? So let me know how y'all feel about this. I love Queen B. She's an icon. She's a legend. But I do not believe that Queen B has produced anything in her life but Rumi and Sir and Blue, okay? She hasn't produced nothing, okay? When it comes to music, she don't write and she don't produce. She's still the writing credit. She's still the producing credits. Let's just keep it a beat. We know Queen B do not make beats. She don't make no damn beats, okay? And I know that production requires more than making the beats, but Queen B's not a producer. Stop. Okay, but I'm not mad at this. Listen, if it's going to be anybody to finesse and get a production credit and a Grammy for production, the only person that deserves to finesse is Beyoncé because she's that great. Anybody else finessing is a chop. But we know Queen B really don't produce nothing. She got writers, she got producers, no shade. And I just feel as though she be finessing the writing and production credit. Is Queen B, the way Queen B moves is she don't record any songs unless she gets a writing credit. That's how Queen B works. Okay, the only person she wasn't able to finesse is Dolly. But anybody else, if she record your song, she's getting a writing and production credit. She does not care. She's Beyonce. She's finessing. What are you talking about? Okay, she taking 20% of the songs, 30% of the song. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's why she ain't got no lawsuits. So that's how Queen B gets down, and I respect it only because a lot of artists move that way, not just Queen B. But she is an icon. She can perform. She can sing. But I just don't believe she's in the studio creating beats, creating the melody of the song like that. Okay, she hires people to do that. That's why she has writing camps. And then she just takes the credit for it. Okay, that's how you play chess and not checkers. Now, it looks like Halle Bailey's family is getting exposed after it was announced that Halle Bailey wants full custody of Halo. She is not willing to give Doodle Garbage sole or 50% of custody. She wants full custody of Halo. And now the Doodle Garbage's fans are not happy. And they've done some digging. They've done some research and found some receipts on Halle Bailey's family. Unfortunately, it has been reported that Halle Bailey's father, Douglas Bailey, was arrested in Georgia in 2007 and charged with 2 counts of family violence battery, 1 count of single battery, 1 count of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of cruelty to children. Okay? So basically, Halle Bailey's mom, Halle Bailey's sisters and brother, because she does have another sister, I believe, and Beyonce could have been possibly abused by the father. Now, I don't really feel like this makes Halle Bailey look bad. I mean, in 2007, Halle Bailey was how old? So basically, she learned from what her father did to her mother what she thought love looked like, and that's why she ended up in an abusive relationship with Doodle Garbage. That's all I'm getting from this. This does not make Halle look bad at all. How is Halle responsible for her father's actions? Okay, Doodle Garbage's fans are very slow, and that's why I gotta give Doodle Garbage and his fans another 100,000 lashings. Let's be honest. She probably don't want to repeat the cycle of her mother being in an abusive relationship. That's why she taken Halo away from Doodle Garbage. And do I believe Halle is perfect? Absolutely not. But I definitely think she was going through something after she had that baby. And being in a relationship with Doodle Garbage probably was very toxic. So at the end of the day, I just don't understand how this receipt looks bad on Halle. I commend her for trying to break the cycle and getting rid and away from Doodle Garbage. Now look at No Spice. Oh my goodness, she looked good. She looked snatched, okay? They must have lesser her dosage of Ozempic because she was taking too much Ozempic last year. So they lessened the dosage. She looks amazing. Okay, I will give, Ice Spice her 7s. I'm not biased. I can give people their 10s when 10s are dues, and I think that this look is an 8. I think she ate it up, and it's an 8. Clearly, she got a new stylist. Hopefully, she's preparing for a new era, and hopefully, she don't flop. But we got to give Ice Spice her 7s. I think she killed it. Now, next, something needs to be investigated. Hunter X becomes the first girl group to reach #1 on the Hot 100 since Destiny Child. They are #1 exactly 24 years ago this week with Bootylicious, okay? Now, I'm like, who the hell is Hunter/X? Is this AI or some type of animation? Now, of course, this is a fictional group, a fake group created by Netflix, okay? Because they got a K-pop drama on Netflix, so this don't count, okay? Only real artists should go #1. AI and fictional character artists going #1 does not count, okay? So Billboard will be receiving 100,000 lashings, okay, for this fake girl group. See, they couldn't get Fifth Harmony, Flo, the Pussycat Dolls, Danity Kane to go #1. So they created a fake girl group to go #1. This does not count. And Billboard needs to receive 50,000 lashings. Okay? This is ridiculous. I mean, this don't even count. How can a fictional girl group chart? This ain't no real girl group. How are they going to perform songs? Okay? With a hologram? This is fake. Now, the Megan Thee Stallion fans are not happy with Cardi B because she's sampling Camel Toe. And as we know, Megan is signed to Devil Nation. And with that being said, Cardi B fans are clapping back. A Cardi B fan said maybe Camel Face know his money coming back, and he and Devil Nation have wasted, oh my goodness, the typo on this tweet. Anyway, he and Devil Nation have wasted on Megan. Ever thought of that? Hotties is about to be a year and she hasn't seen a chart. Last album sold under 80K. Highest selling album only did 100K thanks to WAP Hype that year. Okay, basically what I'm getting from this tweet is that Garbage Gang thinks that Megan is a flop. They're tired of faking it. And that's why I always said that Cardi B and Megan aren't friends. They're tired of faking it. And they've been dragging low-key Megan all year. And so basically, they feel as though Camel Face allowed Cardi B to sample his song because Megan don't sell. That's what I'm getting from this, okay? Despite the typos, this is the tea. Megan, you're not selling, so he got to go to Cardi B. And I won't be shocked if he link up with D0JA. Because, bitch, you are not putting up the sale. You flopping. You too busy getting your back blown out by Klay Thompson. Where is the music? You too busy suing Mob Radio. Where's the music? Okay, goodness gracious. Like, you supposed to be more talented than Cardi B, but it seems as though y'all might be on the same level. No shade. Okay, at least Cardi B can chart. You can't even do that half the time. So with that being said, let me know how y'all feel about it. But is Megan getting replaced? Okay, that's the question of the day. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon on Sydney Sweeney, Trump agenda that finna happen. Y'all gotta get that on Patreon. And also Liam Nielsen and Pamela Anderson. Link will be in the description, and I hope you have a great day.